Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is Stacy with SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services. And in this small video, we are going to discuss the 7 steps to making a scope management plan. This is part of our 6 or 8 part series on the full scope management course that we hope you will join us any day of the week, Monday through Friday. Feel free to visit our website at S as in Sam, F as in Frank, johnsonconsulting.com. And today, let's talk about the 7 steps to making a scope management plan. Now, if you haven't been to any of the other classes in general, a scope management plan is the plan you put in place to complete every aspect of the project from the planning process all the way to closing. And so the scope management plan gives us all of the steps that we need to encompass or think about when we put that plan together. So the first thing to do is to think about the project requirements from the stakeholders. Okay, so the stakeholders are anyone who has an interest in the successful outcome of the project. So that can be the owner, that can be insurance companies, that can be investors. They may have things like cost restrictions, time restrictions, restrictions related to the actual construction standards, where the project is located, a number of different things. So it's important to first and foremost to get all of the project requirements from all of the stakeholders. Number 2, identify objectives and goals of the project in a detailed scope statement. So your scope statement should include a few things, such as the project goals and objectives, project requirements, project scope description, project exclusions, project constraints, project assumptions, and project deliverables. Okay. Number 3, create a work breakdown structure, or a WBS, to list the tasks needed to complete the project. So the WBS, or the work breakdown schedule, takes the whole project and breaks it up in phases. So we may have the planning phase, and that may have a few parts to it, right? And then we have the construction phase and the closeout phase and all of the different phases. So the WBS, the work breakdown structure, helps us to break the project down in its component parts so we can further break it down into its individual scopes of work. And so we would think for a because we teach this class for individual trades. And so, for a concrete contractor, which I was just teaching today, they would want to get the WBS for a concrete project. So, groundbreaking is one task that would be performed. The footings have to be dug. That's another task. The formwork needs to be placed. That's another task. Rebar set. Then we have to inspect it after that's completed. So we're going to be able to take our project and break it down into its component parts. Next, let's get the right mouse. Got 5 monitors and 2 computers working here. Now we need to determine how the work breakdown will be maintained and approved, okay, by determining the milestones. So that's part of the controlling aspect of project management, is that we have to be able to manage it and verify that the work is being completed on time and in the proper manner, and in the results, we're getting the results that we should be getting. Okay, that's 4. 5, let's list all the roles and responsibilities of the project team. Okay, so part of the project team would be our C-level executive, CEO, CFO, COOs. Then we have our project executives, our senior project managers, our construction project managers, construction superintendents, assistant project manager, project administrators, general foreman, engineers, clerks, trade foremen, tradesmen and women. And so we have to list the roles and responsibilities of each of those individuals with respect to the project. And again, this is all steps that we need to take to make a scope management plan. So list the roles and the responsibilities of the teams. We have a management team, we have a construction team, we have all of supervisory teams, we have teams of contractors actually doing the work, we have financial teams, right? Making sure the money's coming in on time and going out and being paid. So it's a lot of teamwork. 6, establish formal processes for formal acceptance and project deliverables. I'm thinking in terms of if you want to have a check, right? You got to get everything notarized, right? And that part of a contract we read somewhere. So that's an established process for formal acceptance of the project deliverables. Meaning I accept that you've done the work when you give me the notary information, and because that confirms that you've done a certain thing, so we've put that process in place. Okay, and last but not least, develop how to control documents and control change requests. Okay, that's important. So usually some online system, right, where construction online or some of the online services that you're able to use to upload the plans, upload addendums, verify, upload pictures, input change orders, everything. So you must have a form of document control and change control. Okay, you can't just go out there adding new stuff without a formal process, a change order process for approval and approval and to get the work done. So the 7 steps in making a scope management plan. Get the project requirements from stakeholders. Identify objectives and goals. Create a work breakdown schedule or structure. Determine how the work breakdown will be maintained and approved. List the roles and responsibilities of the team. Establish processes for formal acceptance of the project deliverables. And develop how to control the documents and change request. And this is maybe about part 4 of our 6, 8, 12 part project scope management plan. Join us any day of the week. This is Stacy again with SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services, and I will see you at the next class.